This video has been a long time coming. Back in September, I announced that I wanted to do a Q&A video, and thank you to everybody who submitted questions. And I didn't get to it until now because I just wanted to do Halloween-themed videos for October, so now I'm finally getting to the Q&A. And also, I have my Jolly Ranchers here, so I'll be eating some Jolly Rancher candies. And actually, I just bought a whole sack of Jolly Ranchers. Check that out. So that should last me maybe like a couple days. No, I'm kidding. Should last me a while. So first, I'll start off with my favorite Jolly Rancher flavor, which is watermelon. So good. It brings back so many memories. Alright, let's get to these questions, shall we? So, the first question. Actually, I should write a title first. A S M R R E T R O S ASMR Retros Q N A. Alright, now let's get to the first question. The first question is by I'll remember them. Stare down, Death. Hey, Mr. Death. Or should I call you Stare Down? Anyway. And you would like to know, have you ever seen the show Jojo's Bizarre Adventure? So, question. I'll just summarize it here. Joe Bizarre Adventure. By the way, excuse my messy writing in this one. I'm just trying to get through the writing parts quick. Have you ever seen Jojo's Bizarre Adventure? And actually, no, I haven't seen it. But I did look it up on YouTube before making this video. And wow, it's not what I was expecting at all. I thought it would be some like Rick and Morty or some like kids show or something, but yeah, it's a pretty cool looking anime show. And yeah, it was pretty bizarre looking. Typically I do like anime. I'm not like the biggest fan, but I typically like to watch anime movies as opposed to series. I don't know why. It just takes too much of a time commitment to watch an entire series or an entire season of a show. Whereas if I just watch a movie, I get it over with, and then I can kind of get on with my life, you know. But maybe I'll check out the first episode somewhere if I can find it online, and if I like it enough, I'll watch more episodes. So to answer your question in summary format, nice and simple and to the point. Okay, thank you, Stare Down Death, for your question. I really appreciate it. Okay, this is pretty fun so far and tasty. Who's next? The next question, number 2. It's kind of an awkward setup to right here. The next question is from Jeff.zip. Z-I-P. Hey Jeff.zip. Or should I call you Mr. Zip? Or nah, never mind, I'm not gonna do that joke again. So what does Jeff want to know? Jeff asks, what was the first game you ever got hooked on? So, oh yeah, I gotta write that out. Gotta be consistent. Come on, Retro. Come on, get your game together. So now I need blue. So, question. First game hooked on. So yeah, that is a good question because I get hooked on a lot of games, especially when I was younger. Let me think, because I have to go way back, because I'm old. I guess that depends on what you mean by hooked on. But really the first game that I ever, like a lot of games that I liked when I was younger, I'd play for maybe an hour or two, and then maybe I wouldn't play again for another day or another week. But the first game where I was like, I'd have like 8-hour sessions, and I'd play every day, and I'd travel 20 kilometers by foot to a distant relative's house that I don't even know, just to play the game because they have it. The first game I can say I did that was Super Mario Brothers 3, easily. And anyone who's, around my age, give or take 5 years, knows what I'm talking about, how amazing that game was and still is, and how influential it was, and how damn fun it was. So yeah, definitely Super Mario Brothers 3. I had a lot of good memories of playing that game, and unfortunately I didn't have it. I didn't have a Nintendo when it first came out, so I had to go to friends' houses to play it and stuff like that. But eventually I did get it. So yeah, it's a great game and great question. So let me write it out for you. Gotta keep very meticulous records of all this stuff. So answer Super Mario 3 for the NES, of course. I'm not talking about Super Mario All-Stars. Alright, thank you so much, Jeff.zip. I really appreciate your question. So now we move on to question number 3. And question number 3 is by J.W. Straw. J.W. Straw. And J.W. Straw asks, what's your favorite Pixar film? So now I get the blue marker. I'm getting the hang of this. So fave Pixar film. I don't know why I did it all capitalized, but I did. Can't turn back the hands of time now. You know what, honestly, I haven't watched too many Pixar Pixar movies. So I had to kind of look on the internet to remind myself which Pixar movies I have seen, and I've seen like less than a handful of them. But probably my favorite one that I've seen is Monsters Incorporated or Monsters Inc. Why? I don't know. I just like the monsters, I guess. The animation was nice, cute story, cute kid in the movie. So, and I like the voices too. I think it was what's that guy's name from Roseanne? Played the big monster. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue now. I can't remember. Dan Connor. That's not his real name, but that was his name on Roseanne. But anyways, and the other guy I think was Billy Crystal, the eyeball guy. Yeah. So I'll go with Monsters Inc. So for my answer, Monsters Inc. Alright, thank you for your question, JW Straw. I hope you enjoyed my answer. Okay, making good progress, really good progress. This is coming along great. Okay, next questioner, if that's a word. It is now. Number 4 is from King Fish Killer. King Fish Killer. Oh, I'm sorry, Kingfish Killer 6. Don't forget the 6. I am not talking about Kingfish Filler 5. Filler. I am not talking about Kingfish Killer number 5. That guy, yeah, I don't know about him, but Kingfish Fish Killer 6. Cool person, very cool person. So, the question that they ask is, what's your favorite sport? So now we grab the old blue. Good old blue. Good old Q for blue. I'm forgetting some of the question marks. Okay, my favorite sport. Well, obviously the best sport in the world and most legitimate sport in the world is professional wrestling. I think everybody knows that. Okay, fine. Maybe that doesn't count as a sport. I would say my favorite sport would be a tie between hockey and soccer. If I absolutely had to pick one, I guess I'd go with hockey just because it's more fast-paced. Usually, soccer can drag on sometimes, but I do still enjoy soccer a lot. And one thing I don't like about soccer is all the diving that certain players from certain teams are more guilty than others. I'll just leave it at that, but all the diving that they do really just distracts me from enjoying the game, you know. So I'm not really a fan of that, so I think for that reason I'll give the edge to hockey. But with that being said, I'm not like a big sports watcher, but I find that I can get into pretty much any sport. If I'm, if it's on TV and, other people are watching it, I can easily sit down and watch pretty much any sport and enjoy it. Except for maybe like golf or something like that. But hey, to each their own. If that's the sport you like, nothing wrong with that. So my answer was golf. No, I mean hockey. That's it. Alright, Kingfish, why do I keep screwing up your name? Kingfish Killer number 6. Thank you very much for your question. lets me down. So, number 5 is from Stutter. Stutter. And Stutter wants to know, who is your favorite character that's part of the Justice League? So, grab the good old blue. Good old blue never lets me down. Question. Oh wait, I forgot to. I almost made a really, really terrible mistake. Wait a minute, my screen is up. No, that's right, blue. Sorry about that. Question. Fave character from Justice League. So that's a good question. I would say, as I've mentioned many times before, I'm not. I'm more of a Marvel guy, definitely, than DC. But I know that Batman is in the Justice League, and I would say Batman is easily my favorite character from the DC comics. So, and I'm assuming you're talking about from the comics rather than the movies or whatever. So, yeah, I would definitely say Batman. But I like Superman too, but I don't know. I think Batman definitely gets the edge. Okay, so now I gotta write it down for posterity, whatever. Shame on me for trying to use a word that I don't even know. So the answer is Batman. I'm Batman. I'm not Batman. Well, I wasted a page. I mean, not wasted, but I used the whole page already. I thought I was going to put everything on one page. Put that one in the archives. A fresh new page deserves a fresh new Jolly Rancher. So, can you guess what color or what flavor is going to come out next? Can you smell it? What does it smell like? That's right, it's blueberry. Blueberry is my absolute favorite Jolly Rancher flavor. You can really taste the blue. Alright, what was the last question? Last question was number 5. So, by my calculations, we must be on number 6. But, you never know. Okay. Number 6. Thirsty Ghost. So there's Thirsty Ghost sent in a question, and Thirsty Ghost would like to know what inspired you to start making ASMR videos. Okay, I think I can answer that. So first, let's see. Good question. So, not always, but I started experiencing ASMR when I was pretty young. I think all the way back in grade 4. I think the Civil War was going on back then. I'm not sure. But 2009, between 2009 and 2012, somewhere around there, I started seeing these videos pop up on YouTube, and I found them relaxing. But I didn't know people were making, what's the word? I didn't know that. Like, I'd see this acronym ASMR. I'm like, what the hell is that? And I saw one person made a video like, do you have ASMR? I'm like, oh my god, what up? Do I have some weird disease or something? But I looked it up, and then I finally realized what the heck it was. And I became a big fan of all the ASMR content creators. And then I was like, hey, I think I can do this. Seems like it'd be something fun to do. So then, but I was really shy, and I didn't really know what kind of videos I could make, because at the time, I mostly just saw, like, makeup tutorials and things like that, which I don't really know anything about. So I did finally open my channel in 2014. Actually, I think it was October 31st, 2014, so the 5th year anniversary just passed. But thank you. But I didn't really upload videos much at all. Like, I think maybe a year went by before I uploaded a video, but I still didn't really know what kind of videos to make. And then finally I realized, hey, I can just make videos about video games and comics and stuff like that, because I know a bit about that stuff. And then finally I got the courage to start talking on camera. Not on camera, but you know what I mean, in my videos. And yeah, from there, I just started to really enjoy it, and here I am today. So that was kind of a long-winded question. I apologize profusely. So I owe you a written answer. Other ASMR. Now, is it ASMR-tist or artist? I never really knew. But I'll just say artist, because it is an art form, so screw it, that's what I'm gonna put. Other ASMR artists and nerdy retro stuff. Alright, Thirsty Ghost, thank you for your question. I really do appreciate it. You know what's weird? After eating the watermelon, Jolly Rancher, and then now I'm eating the blue one, blueberry, and the mixture tastes like pickles for some reason. What the heck's going on? Is it just me? I don't know, give it a try. Okay, that was kind of weird, but moving along. The next question is number 7. My apologies. It's by Toxic Trend. And they ask, when did you first get into comics? Another great question. So, when did you get into comics? Question mark. I always liked the idea of comics since I was young. I'd occasionally get a comic as a gift or something, and my brother would also buy comics, and I was always fascinated by them, but when I actually tried to read them, I didn't really understand what was going on, and I didn't have the patience to sit down and read them. But of course, like most kids, I liked So, answer in written form is around 15 years old. And because of Transformers, alright, thank you so much for the question, Toxic Trend. Once again, all these questions are very, 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 very extremely appreciated. Okay, next question would be number 8. And it is from Seb. Seb, nice and simple name. How's it going, Seb? So what do you want to know today? Zeb wants to know, but by today I mean sometime in September, because that's I think when you asked the question. But anyway, Zeb wants to know my favorite game of all time, like forever. Fave game of. Okay, I know that's an infinity symbol. It doesn't really mean for all time, but you get the point. Oh. Question mark. Man, these questions are tough to answer. But I guess I asked for these kinds of questions, so I can only blame myself. Let me see. Favorite game of all time? Well, definitely, like I mentioned, Super Mario Brothers 3 would definitely be near the top of my list. Definitely one of the front runners. A few other games that come to mind, maybe Castlevania 3, Battletoads, the original Battletoads game. Let me see, Fallout 3, Oblivion, and Skyrim are great games. I put a lot of hours into those games. There's just so many games that I'm a really big fan of. It's really hard to say, but realistically, if I think about it, the game that I spent the most hours of my life on playing, hours and hours upon hours, and I still play to this day, and you have the video evidence of that on my channel, would have to be Doom. And it's hard to say like which Doom am I talking about. I consider Doom 1 and 2 to be essentially the same game, but it doesn't really matter. You can probably Doom 2 I played more of. So yeah, I would definitely say Doom, or Doom 2 if you want to get like really technical about it. Simply because I put just so many hours into that game, and I love it. It's like the perfect first-person shooter, in my opinion, with the modern enhancements to the game. You know, the ability to look up and down and all that stuff, and use your mouse properly. With those enhancements, it's just, in my opinion, the funnest first-person shooter to play. I don't know why. That's what I think. That's my opinion, and that's my answer. So, my answer is Doom. Thank you, Seb. That was a great and very difficult question to answer, and I appreciate it. Okay, next question is number 9. Number 9. And it is by Josh Walker. haven't seen that show, it was a sitcom that started, I think, in the late 80s, maybe 1987 or something. It was on for like 11 seasons, and it was about, basically this family, but it wasn't a typical family show. It was definitely more, it was the opposite, as they would describe it, opposite of the Cosbys, where on Married with Children, the family members kind of hated each other. They would fight a lot. The husband, Al Bundy, classic character, didn't want anything to do with his wife in the bedroom. And he was kind of a loser. He was just like a shoe salesman who didn't make very much money at all. They're always broke. Anyways, I know it sounds kind of depressing, but it's actually really funny. Ed O'Neill, who plays Al Bundy, is a genius, and it is definitely a controversial show by today's standards, and even for back then. But yeah, definitely, I really can't imagine a show like that being on, TV nowadays. But yeah, definitely Married with Children, and maybe, as a runner-up, I would probably say The Simpsons. Maybe the older episode of The Simpsons. Simpsons might have been my top pick, but there's a lack of consistency after a certain season, and Married with Children, in my opinion, was funny the whole way through. So the answer, as I just said, but I'll write it for you so you don't forget. Married with Children, and runner-up, Simpsons. I have like every season of Married with Children on DVD, and I just watch it over and over again. I find it really hard to get into new TV shows. I'd rather watch old shows that I've seen a million times. So thanks for your question, Josh Walker. I really do appreciate it, and I'm completely out of Jolly Rancher. I mean, the one I was eating. So let's grab another one. And look at the flavor. It's green. More specifically, it's apple. Definitely smells like apple. Apple is my favorite Jolly Rancher flavor, so I'm really happy to be eating this right now. So good. So delicious. So delicious. You have no idea how delicious this is right now. Okay, I'm gonna get so many cavities. But what are you gonna do? Alright, let's go on to number 10. I'm not sure I'm ever gonna finish this. So many questions. I mean, there's not that many questions, but it's just I'm taking my sweet time. Okay, question number 10 is by HOTCAKES. Hotcakes. comics, Thanos is more pure evil. Like, his motivations are very selfish, and you know, he doesn't really care. He just wants to impress Death. But on the other hand, if you take the MCU version, it's more about he really thinks he's doing something good that'll help the universe. So I'd rather my villains be pure evil for comic book movies, that is. Maybe not for other movies. It's nice to have a bit of nuance in your characters for other movies, but for a Marvel movie or a Marvel character, maybe I prefer, the stereotypical, you're either a good guy or a bad guy. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just rambling now. So, the short answer is the comics version, but both versions, I think, are very well done. So, answer is comics Thanos. Okay, hotcakes. Thanks for the question. I really appreciate it. Now, let's move on to number 11. By Darth Tabiele. I don't know. One of those. I'm sure one of those are right. Sorry if I'm messing up your names. I'll try my best here. So, Darth, that person I just mentioned, wants to know, do you prefer Star Wars or Harry Potter, and why? So, Star Wars v. Harry Potter, and why? Well, this is going to be an easy question, or an easy answer. I would have to say Star Wars because of the simple reason that I haven't seen any of the Harry Potter movies or read any of the books. And I have actually read some of the Star Wars books and of course seen the movies. There's no particular reason why I haven't seen the Harry Potters. That's just the way the cookie crumbled. It was, I guess, in my path of destiny to see them. But I suspect that if I did, I would still prefer Star Wars. I really do like the original Star Wars, and yeah, it's hard to imagine that Harry Potter would dethrone Star Wars for me personally, but hey, you never know. Maybe if I saw Harry Potter when I was younger, it would mean a lot to me today, but I know it's kind of hard for me to get into now, I think, at my age. Harry Potter wasn't really meant for 70-year-olds, so I don't know if I would really like it. I'm kidding, I'm not 70, not yet. 5 more years. Okay, so to answer your question, Darth Tabiel, Star Wars. Well, thank you for your question, Darth. I really do appreciate it. Okay, do we have room for one more? Yeah, I'll squeeze it in. Gotta save paper, you know what I mean? So, next up, number 12, Joseph Martins. Hey, Joseph Martins. Rose and Martins would like to know, what is your favorite comic book movie? So, Q is fave comic book movie. Okay. Good question. Good question, I must say. I would probably have to split this into two categories. The retro category, like older superhero movies, and more modern ones. Just a second. Bear with me. There we go. Okay. So, in terms of older superhero movies, it was a toss-up between the original Batman, not the original, but I think it was 1989 Batman, directed by Tim Burton, starring Michael Keaton. Very enjoyable. I think very different superhero movie for the time. There's absolutely nothing like it. But I would think I have to go with, and this is going to be controversial, Superman 3, starring Christopher Reeves. And I say it's controversial because a lot of people say that's the worst, or not the worst. I think part 4, most people say is the worst, but a lot of people say part 3 is horrible. And I don't know. I really disagree with that. I think Superman 3 is extremely underrated. Some people complain that it's too silly. There's too much comedy, too much slapstick in it. And Richard Pryor, who was also in the movie, say that he was really dumbed down, like he wasn't allowed to do. And it was vulgar comedy, but what do you expect? It's a Superman movie. But I don't know, maybe it's just because when I was growing up, I watched that movie a million times when I was a kid, and that's the one that really stuck with me. Maybe it is because of the extra comedy bits and the slapstick that I gravitated towards that one as a kid more. But I liked the whole, it was kind of ahead of its time, where Richard Pryor's character was a computer hacker, and the bad guy had him hack into computers for his own gain, personal financial gain. And the whole thing with the evil version of Superman, and he has to fight himself. I mean, that stuff was just awesome. So maybe I'll get more into it another day. But yeah, my answer there then has to be Superman 3. And in terms of modern superhero movies, I would say I would have to go with Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I really enjoyed that movie. I tried to watch the first one, I couldn't really get into it. Another modern movie, modern superhero movie that I liked was Deadpool, the first one. So, but anyways, I'll go with Guardians of the Galaxy 2 as the answer for that one. So, Superman 3 for retro, and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 for modern superhero movies. I keep wanting to say horror movies. I don't know why. Okay, that's another page. Don't worry, I'm not wasting paper. I save everything I do. Okay. I'm gonna have to start speeding up, or else I'm not gonna be able to get through all this. Okay, so that was number 12, right? Let me check. Yep, number 12. So now we're on number 13, which I don't believe is unlucky, so don't worry, you're safe. 13, and it's by Dalton Snare. Awesome name, by the way. So Dalton asks, Who's your favorite Avenger? Question. Fave. Avenger. Question mark. I would say, well, my favorite Marvel character is Spider-Man, and I know technically, well, he is part of the Avengers, but that's not really fair. I don't think, when I think Avengers, I don't really think Spider-Man, because I know for a while he was an honorary member, and then became a full member, and blah blah blah, but when I really think of Avengers, for me, I have to go with Iron Man. Not only is he one of my favorite Avenger, he's one of my favorite comic book heroes of all time. I really like the whole idea that he's just a guy, you know, a normal human, you know, physically speaking. He has no superpowers, but he uses his extreme intelligence and his wealth to create that amazing suit that lets him do amazing things. So I could just imagine how much power he feels when he puts that suit on, especially knowing that he created it himself. So I always wished I could try that suit on and go flying around and stuff. Seems like a lot of fun. So yeah, that answers that question. So the answer is, in case you didn't hear, Iron Man. Okay, got all these candy wrappers all over the place. Okay, thanks, Dalton's in there. I appreciate the question. Now, let's move along quickly. Number 14 is Roger's my name 204. Roger's my name 204 wants to know, why'd you start? Oh, yes, a multi-part question. So the first one, he says, why'd you start ASMR? I already answered that in a previous question. And then he asks, I say he or she, I don't know. They ask, do you enjoy it as much as you thought? And the follow-up question is, do you think you'll ever get tired of it? So, do you enjoy ASMR as much as you thought? And the second one part was, do you think you'll ever get tired of it? Will you get tired of it? Okay, good question. Let me see. So for the first part, do you enjoy ASMR as much as you thought? Actually, I enjoy it more than I thought. I mean, when I first started doing it, I didn't know if I would enjoy it or not. And I think at first I kind of didn't enjoy it because I wasn't really doing anything creative, and I just wasn't really sure where I was going with my videos. But since I've kind of started to be a little bit more creative, like doing these little animations and stuff like that, and talking about things that I enjoy, like comics, since I started doing that, I really started to enjoy it. So yeah, I do enjoy it more than I thought, I guess. And will I ever get tired, or do I think I'll ever get tired of it? I don't know. I mean, I hope not, but who knows what's gonna happen in the future, right? As long as I keep enjoying, as long as I am enjoying it, I'll keep doing it. The good thing is that it really, videos like this give me a chance to do different things. I'm not always doing the same thing every time. I mean, some of my videos are just like not creative, like VHS reviews. There's nothing creative about that really, but you know, if I want to do a weird animation or whatever, I can do it. And yeah, it's really fun to have few limits on what you can do. So I hope that answers your question. So the answer is more than I thought. And the second part is maybe. Maybe meaning. I don't know. Who knows? I guess that's what I mean. Okay. Thank you, Rokers. My name 204. I appreciate the question. Thank you for taking the time to write it. Now let's get on to the next number, which is 15. And let's see, 15 is, oh, I see. Mips wants to know, who is your favorite Pokemon? And you put a smiley face. He or she, sorry. I'm just making assumptions, I shouldn't do that. So, oh, wrong color. I almost screwed the whole thing up. I would have to start all over. Fave and draw the face that they drew. I only really know Pokemon from mostly the Pokemon Go game. So it's really limited to the ones that I found. And I'm only really basing it on how cool or how cute they look. So going with that, I will say the horse is called Bonita, I think you say it, or its evolved form Rapidash. I think they just look really cool. The horse with the flames coming out. But a runner up to that would probably be Seal or Starly, purely based on the fact that they're super cute. No, nothing more than that. I have no idea what their powers are, their abilities are. I can't remember things like that, but they just look cute. So there's my answer there. So answer is Bonita. Slash Rapidash. Thanks, Mip, for your question. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm so sorry because I'm pretty much out of time. My memory card is almost full, and I have some, at least 8 questions left. So I'm really sorry if I didn't get to your question. I promise you, I'll make a part 2, and I'll start with where I left off. I'll just quickly name the users whose questions I didn't ask: Teddy, Zenby, Sharky, Gabriel, Shag, Gerson, Monroy, Retro Effect, Katie, Lee, Dave of the Dave, and Abish BD. I will get your questions in part 2. With that being said, if anyone else wants to ask questions for part 2 or for my Q&A video episode 2, please leave your questions in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already, please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I would really appreciate that. With that being said,